Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to Lviv and Let Die. Now, first off, we must congratulate me on doing a relatively normal introduction, and secondarily, or second off, or indeed in the middle, or at the end, if there's only two things, who knows, and in brackets, that's the end of the good intro. And so can't remember what I was going to talk about. So let's see where we are. Fuck, it started so well. We'll just quickly review things. Premier League wise, if we look at the old... Oops, wrong. All of those things are wrong. There we go. Premier League wise, we've won all of our games except for a 0-0 draw away at Arsenal Kiev. There were some shaky moments. No. In the league, they've not. So that was a slightly shaky win, the 2-1 win over Kruvbas. They were actually 1-0 up, although only via a penalty. Before two late goals saw us through. In most of the other games, we've been pretty... In fact, that's the only game we've won by one goal. Everything else has been pretty comfortable. In the Cup, we have had two okay results. The win over Stal, Dnipro-Zerdinsk, which was easy. Then we beat Metalist 4-2 after extra time. We were 2-0 down. Dimitro Grisio and Wilson Capurro putting them 2-0 up before half-time. Before we then recovered, they had an 88th minute penalty missed, and then in the second half of extra time, Budeni and Ramon put us through into the quarterfinals where we'll play Shakhtar Donetsk. After that, then we'll go to the Champions League, where we had a bit of a mixed bag of results. We won against Steaua Bucharest, home and away. But we did lose away at both of the bigger clubs. So Trabzonspor, who were a bit of a surprise package. And then AC Milan, we lost 2-1 away there. But we won all of our home games, which sent us through as group winners, in fact, in the end. We ended up with 12 points. When we were drawing, so like at the beginning when it was 0-0 between us and Trabzonspor, which was the last game, it was the case that we were all on 10 points and therefore we were going to go into the Europa League because we actually had because of our away record against AC Milan, I think. I'm not 100% sure why. But if we'd drawn, we would have come third. As it was, we won, and so it's us and Milan who've gone through. And where we have been drawn against Super Cup favourites, FC Copenhagen. So you remember how that went for us last time. We're going to now discuss... we're not going to now see how we can do with getting revenge. The problem is that the scheduling this year has been absolutely insane. So usually, if you'll cast your mind back, it goes first leg, break, where I've now started putting a friendly, and then second leg. But for some reason this year, we have two league games before we then play the second leg against Copenhagen. I think the Ukrainian officials don't want us to beat Copenhagen. I don't know why they wouldn't, but that's how I just get that feeling. So we're going to play Copenhagen. This video is just going to be us playing Copenhagen. Then the next one will be probably Metalist and Copenhagen, so that we can sort of wrap that storyline up. Hopefully we can finish that one off and go through to the next round. We probably got the easiest draw in the Champions League knockout stages so far because there's quite a lot of big teams still in it. Madrid, Porto, Madrid, Juventus, Swindon, obviously a big team. Valencia, Liverpool, Inter, Barcelona, Spurs, Lyon, Galatasaray were the other okay club to play, and Man City, who actually tried to take one of our players on loan. Speaking of transfers, let's go through some history because we sold a couple of players. Where would it be? Here, right? So we've sold two big players. Nissan Amsalem, the goalkeeper we signed for 2 million last year, and who is very good but quite eccentric, has gone off to Besiktas for £7.5 million. He's not playing and he's excellent, but Maya is also excellent, and it's kind of pointless keeping him on the bench. So I sold him to Besiktas because otherwise he'll just be moaning all the time and I can't be bothered to deal with that. For £7.5 million, that's a very good bit of business for us. We also loaned out Dimitro Grisio to Lechia, who were having a sensational season. They were joint top only 2 or 3 games ago. So they're having a good season with our players there, so not bad at all. And Gricio can add just another option to them. Also, just before we go on, we'll say we sold Josip Rogolic, who is an excellent player, there's no doubt about it, but we've got a lot of good strikers, and so I sold him off to Zenit for £9.5 million, which is more than doubled his value, so not bad at all. We also got another feeder club, FC Brasov, who are a Romanian top division side. Let's have a look at them. Where are they? That's about where I wanted them to be, sort of mid-table. I didn't want to get one of these big clubs because they wouldn't have come. But yeah, I thought FC Brasov, good decision. We've loaned them out 3 players. Eugene Kliushnichenko, who has played averagely for them. Then Francisco Villamayor, who is a very good left-back and who should be playing very well for them, although apparently isn't. And then also Roberto Gonzalez, the centre-back who spent last year at Lechia. Seems like he's having a good season, at least for Brasov, so that's good. More options for us. In terms of bringing players in, we brought in a goalkeeper on a free. This is why I thought we could sell Amsalem. Because we signed Andreas Eskildsen, a decent goalkeeper, not as good as Amsalem, not in any kind of universe would you consider them on equal footing, but he is very much a backup goalkeeper, and that's what we needed, because Maya is our first choice, and we need someone who's happy to be second choice, and he actually is, and he's also good enough to step in when needed. Comes in on a free from HK, or Hand Knatles Kvelag Kopavogs, that classic Finnish Icelandic team. We then signed a couple of youth players who you'll probably see more of next year. That's all these guys here: Jane Beniche, Alex Navarro, Milan Karesh, and Malik Bouafia. And also, I think, another one. I think this guy, Nia Biton, joined after you guys came last time. He's really good. He's currently on loan at Lechia, where he is ripping things up in the extra classes. So that's good. This is why I wanted to have feeder clubs in big divisions, or at least at a higher level than our under-21s. Although I did notice that our under-21 team this year has been playing against PSG under-19s and a bunch of other European club under-19s, and I'm not really sure exactly why that is, but it's definitely happening. I didn't get any communication about it. No one told me. It's just happened. So that's good. I guess it means that we're getting better training for those young players, which is good. Right, so we're going to play now our strongest team. Planinsek is currently on better form. Well, I mean, even though his rating is good, he's on better form than Merino. So it's going to be Rosic and Planinsek up top. The back four has to be added to the game because I had arranged a friendly which actually none of our players could play in. Typical. Big Mick, because he's on a yellow, I think we'll leave him out for this first one, and we'll put Alexeyev on the bench as well, who is attracting lots of interest. We will bring on Naktaila. We'll put Gogua in. We'll also have Cullen there, Pandagotu, Determined Henry. We'll swap out for Junior, and Shahata will make the bench. Konsadalov has been playing excellently for us this year. He's got 12 goals in 13 appearances. He's, I think, our highest league scorer. So things are just generally good. They still have the same Shanky team that they had last time, Shonky team. Joachim Bungard, a decent player. He's no Mads Pedersen. He's no Daniel Rosic. I want to get revenge for our last game. That was 2 years ago now, or no, it was in the middle of last season, so it was a year ago. I think at this point we should be looking to put these guys away. Oh, you're kidding me. Fuck off. Not the start Lviv had planned. Well, that's understating it. Bundgaard scores again against his former club. He scored against us in the Super Cup final. No good at all. Kramer now running onto the ball. One would hope we can... Oh my God. Thank you. Bajramovic loses out. Ramon fouls and only gets a warning. That's good. Okay, Marudas. Nicely done from Determined Henry. Clears. And then up again. Ungevesen. As he's gotten in. Akin. Come on. We're better than this. 6 minutes gone. The arguments are that we aren't better than this, it seems. Sneaks. Oh, nice name. Ungevesen. I like his name because it's that kind of classic, sort of, it really sounds Scandinavian. Ungevesen. Or maybe it's Jönigevesen, but I don't think it is. Didn't say any rude words there, it just sounded like it. Planinsek with the ball. Oh my god! This manager, they've still got the same coach as they had before. The American guy called, I think his name is White, and he in the in the press conference beforehand was like, I don't like the way that they play football. And I was gonna, because I don't like him, I was gonna react, but I didn't. But he seems to have our number. It's ridiculous. They're playing 4-4-2, the same as us. Milton gives it to Kosonen. Kramer. Ashkenazi makes the tackle. Planinsek plays in Rosic, who plays in Planinsek again. Planinsek goes round his man, but his shot is dragged wide. 10 minutes gone. I think that's our first chance. It is. Wasn't even on target. Wasn't really a chance. But at least we're making something at last. Byramovic plays out to Kosonen. There's just so many of them. No! Are you kidding me? Come on! We're something like 78 games unbeaten in the league, domestically, and we can't beat... Why are we 2-0 down to FC Copenhagen? This is ridiculous. Be better, Determined Henry, be better. Determined Henry to Gogua. Topalovic. Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. This is ridiculous. Kramer running with the ball. He's going to slip one of them through. I mean, or is he going to go himself? He goes himself, luckily, and Maya saves easily. It was a fairly tame effort. We're making our first substitution after 24 minutes, and they try for a third, but luckily the header goes well wide. Pandagotu's been injured. Are you fucking kidding me? Unbelievable. 2 substitutes gone in the first half within 29 minutes. What a stupid decision. Oh my god. Oh, they hit the crossbar. Ooh. Are we being like? Am I also managing Copenhagen? If this feels very much, no, this feels very much like how everyone else must feel when, like, completely out of nowhere, Lviv or Swindon or Western-super-Mare, or even a little bit Śląsk-Wrocław start winning European ties. Everyone else must be just like, what? These are shit. We know they're shit. We've seen their lineup. Dejan Topalovic, come on. This is so weird. Yeah, they just completely dominating us. Right. Okay. Well. Oh, man. I'm not sure what's happening, really. This is the same team that beat Trabzonspor and AC Milan at home, and, Steaua Bucharest. Are you... I'm not even, like, so angry I can't speak. I've got my hands over my mouth because I can't believe what's happening. Planinsek's injured. Are we going to be down to 10 men because of injury in the first half? No, Planinsek is able to at least carry on for then. Ungevesen. Right, well, it's going to have to be a bloody miracle back at Lviv Stadium. And it's only half time. Milton. Up to Kramer. Christ. What the hell is it? Are they on some kind of... Get it out, Planinsek. Planinsek's running with the ball now. Turns, lovely. Naktala. See, we actually do still... Oh, what the hell was that? Very poor. We still string some moves together. I mean, we're not awful. I mean, what on earth? What on earth was that? I mean, you can't go too hard on them away from home when this is a bit of a shock as well. It's not the right move motivationally. But, I mean, I would be screaming at them if this was me in real life. Which is why I think in real life I wouldn't be a good manager. Gogwa's ball come in. Can we get an away goal? That's usually the mantra of my European travels. I mean, 3-0 down. I mean, it would be better if it was 3-1 at least. Because we'd only need to win 2-0 at home then, and that's not so bad. Come on, we need a comeback Super Cup style. Gogwa now with the corner again. The ball comes in. He doesn't usually do that. God. Milton to William by Ramovic. William, Milton, Kamara, get there. Bundgaard keeps going. Bundgaard tackles him. It's a fourth. Oh, man. Oh, dear me. Oh, dearie me. The Wheatland magic has deserted me on this night. I thought the change would reinvigorate us, that early one, but Pandagotu immediately gets himself injured. Tits. Right, we desperately need an away goal now. Ashkenazi to Naktala. Gogwa, Naktala. Planinsek, keep going. Naktala, put the ball in the middle. Ungeversen clears. Gogwa. Oh, man. They are on something. Naktala to Planinsek. Rosic now. Rosic, be the man. Grasping at beard here. There's nothing we can do. I can't change it. I mean, they've had 8 shots, so it's not like they've even been like super. I was just wondering then if maybe they'd only had 4 shots and scored all 4, which occasionally happens on Football Manager. But no, they've had 8 shots. They've had loads of. I mean, on target, they've had 8 shots. We have been dreadful. Rosic gathers after the goal kick, and he slips through Naktala. Naktala, you needed to put that away. Sneaks is injured. Off he comes then. Come on, don't waste so much time. Bialec's come on. I think Bialek is he's that Polish striker that they played in the Super Cup. Not very good, but I think he scored. Kosonen, determined Henry tackles. Yes, Planinsek now. Come on. Oh, come on. Naktala plays through Planinsek. Let's get one, boys. Come on. Planinsek. Turns, crosses. Oh, he puts it away. He puts it away himself. Planinsek scores his 10th of the season, which seems low, but then all of our strikers are on around about 10 to 12, so that's not that bad. 4-1, and we have at least got an away goal. We now need to win 3-0 at home in order to go through just on away goals. We could do with a second, though, if we can. I mean, you absolutely have to not concede again, though. Guys, listening now at least. Lovely move. Play it down here. Come on, down here. They're all over there. Junior with the ball. Junior to Rosic. And remember, we're playing with Dick Sneaks. Bet he does. Right. Big Mick. His ball drops. No. Determined Henry. No. Big Mick again. Gogwa to Planinsek. Planinsek, can you slip in Rosic? Come on. Oh, go yourself. Go yourself. Oh, go yourself and score. Young man. Look at how much time that. This is very irritating. Come on. Wow. Bloody hell. What on earth was that? What on earth was that? I don't understand. That's mad. That's just completely mad. I mean, he's good, to be fair. But he's not. Yeah, and Determined Henry's going to be out for the other game, and Panda Goto as well. He's actually torn his hammy, so he's out for 2 to 3 months. Cool, great. Good goal. Bungard is a good player. Yes, it looks pretty bad. Big loss. I don't think he's that good, but whatever. Fuck. All right then. Well, I'll play the game against Shakhtar Football Academy, and I'll play the game against Volin, and then we'll be back for Metalist versus Copenhagen in the next video, guys. Fucking hell, what a terrible, terrible, terrible result. If we turn that round, even though it is only against Copenhagen, that's a very big result. Jesus. All right, see you in the next one, guys. Bye.